For those of you looking to start a YouTube channel in the Nerf ecosystem, I think I found a way to guarantee you get a couple of views. I don't really like the Hammershot. I don't think it's a very good blaster. There we go. That's all you pretty much need to say, because everybody loves the Hammershot. It's the best thing ever, right? Well, I have tried many a times to like this blaster, and I have been unable to get I don't care about how many darts it holds. I care about it hitting about 100 FPS, because there's so many other blasters that can do that, and this thing can't. And of course, even with this blaster parts prime on there, this is ridiculous, man. Look how far. Yeah, I literally cannot get more purchase on that. It's not great. It's like you really want to like cut this and like angle it down a little bit more. And when I did the video on this whole kit right here, which is the blaster parts with the I don't even remember who did this cylinder, but 3D printed cylinders haven't worked very good for me either. I was told that the Orange ModWorks kit was far, far more attuned to what I like. This is apparently for fanning, and I don't really see how that's possible, because fanning with the Hammershot doesn't work at all, because you're basically just letting the plunger, you're basically turning your Hammershot into a hamp. Spring assisted, of course. So I really wanted to get one of those, but they were kind of expensive, and I didn't really like the Hammershot, and I already dumped a bunch of money into making this one, so screw it, I just never got it. Until now, because at Ragnarok Oktoberfest, Orange ModWorks was there showing off their new blasters, and they were giving out upgrade kits for blasters, and one of them was the Hammershot kit, which I'm very excited to finally open, because even though I could have gotten something far cooler, like a Retaliator, a Recon Mark II, or something like that, I, once again, want to find a Hammershot that is comfortable and hits pretty hard, and I have a feeling the Orange ModWorks one can do that. And my reasoning for this is, once I get this out, this is not 3D printed, this is injection molded. So this cylinder right here, 6-shot of course, should be far, far better at getting me the velocity I need. And the hammer, another really important part that is completely different from other kits, because this hammer actually swoops down to make it far more comfortable, and it's got all this knurling and stuff on it. So this comes with, oh, that's good. I can probably use that other Hammershot that is currently, I was gonna use it with this one, but this one's missing the foam. I'll probably just use this one then. But this one comes with a replacement piece of foam. It's got a pretty heavy duty spring that is custom wound. You can tell the back here is bigger than the actual front of it. It comes with a bunch of stuff. I assume this is all for the indexing mechanism. I'm not entirely sure. I should probably get some instructions for this. And of course the beautiful o-tac gear stickers, because that's what this was called, Orange Tactical. And it comes with a new trigger as well. So you get pretty much everything you could possibly want. And honestly, hopefully this is far, far better than the blaster parts one. I don't mind it, but it just wasn't for me. If you have like big monster hands, that'll probably work good for you, but these things, like, I guess, I've clarified this. Every time I said, like, it's really uncomfortable, people are like, well, Walcom, you got small hands. When you watch them prime the Hammershot, they prime it like this. They don't hold the blaster, like, pointed at their target and prime it comfortably. That isn't what they do. They go like this. So, yeah, I have small hands. They're pretty average. There are people with smaller hands than me. And this entire video is just gonna be me defending it. The Hammershot fanboys have already roasted me in the comment section for not liking their favorite blaster, so I guess we'll just have to continue on. I'm gonna actually put this one aside, and we'll just do it with this thrifted one that is currently missing the foam in it. So let's take this stupid thing apart. Looks like somebody's actually already taken this apart before, because it's missing a screw up front. Great, I always love getting somebody else's project from Goodwill. Probably gonna have a note in here that says, screw you, Walcom. That would actually be hilarious. All right, so we're just gonna kind of figure out how this thing goes together. It looks like all of this right here is meant for this indexing mechanism up here for this new cylinder. So looks like it's gonna be something like that. Yep, kind of looks like it. Yeah, all right. Well, I can dig that. I guess that just kind of friction fits in there. I'm assuming it's not going to be going anywhere, so let's just do that. But of course we have to take out all of this stuff right here. There we go. We're going to probably want to scrape off the rest of this stuff right here. It is very fortunate that they included a new seal, because this one was toast. Pull that off. Completely ruin it by adhering it to the table. Something like that, I would imagine. So this is the old spring. Still fairly beefy, but this new one is much, much harder for me to compress, so that's definitely the way we're going to be going. However, in order to replace the hammer, which is slightly lower profile and has that grip right there, awesome. How well you can see that. It is slightly changed in direction from the stock one, which is probably all it's going to take. We are going to have to remove all these freaking pins out of this thing, which may be really annoying. I remember it being specifically annoying last time. Thankfully now we have access to some slightly better tools. Thank you, Papa Homely. Wow, that was like significantly easier compared to last time. Man, the last time I did that, it was so freakishly hard, and that was so pathetically easy now that I have the right tools for the job. There we go, all blinged metalled out. Put this spring in there. It could probably still be spacered if we want a little bit more power out of it, but that should be adequate, I would hope. Grab our fancy new cylinder. Yeah, that should work out just fine. I feel like I have that spring in the wrong direction. There's that. Let's put this in the front. This is a really nice cylinder. Wow. That in there. Lock this in place. Then seal this puppy up. And it better hit pretty decently. Again, I would assume with a injection molded tighter cylinder, a better spring, this thing can hit upwards of 90 FPS. Please be comfortable. So, it's not downswept enough. However, the point is it has that knurling, which makes it very, very easy. Like, I can have this pointed, one-handed, and prime it almost no problem. I definitely could not do that with the blaster parts one. And with the stock hammer, that was even more difficult. I'm still thinking somebody could downsweep this a little bit more. I think that's what it needs, but that is far better than the Hammershot normally does. I don't think this is as comfortable as the Sweet Revenge. I think the Sweet Revenge is slightly more comfortable, but that's not bad at all. That is, I would say, perfectly usable for me now. Let's see how the dart fit is. It's very snug now. Extremely snug. Perfect Orange Mod Works. That is exactly what I would expect and what I wasn't getting with a 3D printed cylinder. All right. I'm really hoping this thing blows me away. Much, much more comfortable. But here's, yeah, immediately my first thing is like, where am I, oh my God, where do I point this thing to try to, like, that's the problem with the Hammershot. It's just not 67, 75, 71, 75, 74, 70. See, this is not war-worthy. That's my issue. Like, even with a better cylinder, even with a better spring, it doesn't hit hard enough for it to even be remotely usable in a war. Like, this mechanic of being able to one-hand prime it is not exclusive to the Hammershot, and it never has been. I could do it with a Diatron, and the Diatron hits about that stock, granted with a Vortex disc, but its range is exceptional, especially when modded. This thing hitting 75 FPS is ridiculous. I do have that Titan spring I could probably shove in here. So you can tell by the fact that I haven't uploaded this video, even though this is weeks later, that I wasn't happy with this Hammershot, because I'm never happy with the Hammershot, and yet I'm gonna give it one more chance. I'm going to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to reload the plunger tube. Two, I am going to make sure that there is a very good seal with that O-ring. Three, I'm gonna put in that 11 kilogram spring that I put in my original Magnum Hammershot thing, because I want this thing to hit it very hard, but I'm also gonna put in a spacer. I'm gonna cut this down probably about in half, and I'm going to either break a damn Hammershot, or I'm going to finally break 90 FPS. Let's see what happens first, because I want a Hammershot I think is actually useful. So I gotta take this thing back apart. Flippin' Hammershot is that, like, really cute looking blonde cheerleader girl in high school that everybody said was so great, and all I ever wanted was the thick girl with the glasses sitting in the back row. I'm gonna make that thick girl with the glasses, you hear me? It's so strong! 90 plus FPS or die trying. No! Okay, I still have all my fingers. Okay. That's gotta do it. That is like the strongest a Hammershot can be. This better be impressive. 76? 68, 74, 80.
Want to try bamboo dart?
I tried a bamboo dart and it still sucked butt.
Sure.
74.
Weird.
You can't make the Hammershot good. I'm done trying. It's got a great seal.
Yep.
It's got, like, the strongest spring I could put in one. Like, it's got a tight barrel fit. I give up. I'm done. This is as good as the Hammershot can be. Everybody's gonna be like, brass barrel! It's like, that's not gonna be worth it. There's no way that's going to get me what I need. And it's not worth my time trying to build that. This is quite frankly, unacceptable. I'm done. I like that hammer kit, I really do. But if I'm shoving that much power into this thing and I still can't get what I want out of it, I'm disappointed. Because I wanted 90 FPS plus, and I'm not getting that. So that's the end of that video. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit that dislike button, because I know you love the Hammershot and don't like seeing it not be the best thing ever. But it's not. That's not very good at all. I don't care if you can one-hand it. I can one-hand a Strife. I can one-hand a Hurricane that hits 190 FPS, so yeah, screw that.